Hi everyone, I am Professor Shalini from Mechanical Department. Now let's begin with new unit of Term 2, that is vibrations. Okay, it is unit number 6. Okay, it is very important unit. Now let's begin with introduction to vibration. Okay, first I will take one example. Okay, suppose when an elastic body, for example suppose spring or beam or shaft, are displaced from its equilibrium position. Okay, if we apply external force to a spring, then it displaces from its equilibrium position or stable position, and suppose we release that spring, what will happen? They will execute a vibratory motion. That spring will execute a vibratory motion. Okay, why it experience this vibratory motion? Because its nature is elastic, or strain energy is present in that spring body. Okay, when the body reaches the equilibrium position, when that spring reaches its equilibrium position, it's that strain energy which was present in that body gets converted into kinetic energy. Okay, and due to this, what happens? The spring continues to move in opposite direction. Okay, again the entire kinetic energy is converted into strain energy. Okay, and due to this, the spring returns to its equilibrium position. This vibratory motion takes number of times. This vibration is experienced by that spring number of times. Okay, all bodies has mass and elasticity. all bodies which are having mass and which has elasticity as its property can produce or are capable of producing vibrations. Okay, mass is inherent property of all objects. Okay, and due to elasticity there is relative motion among its parts. Okay, when a body parts are displaced by application of its external force, the internal forces in the form of elastic energy are present in the body. These forces try to bring the body to its original position, or we can say that it tries to bring the body in its equilibrium position. At equilibrium position, the whole of kinetic energy is converted in elastic energy is converted into kinetic energy, and body continues to move in opposite direction. Okay, the whole kinetic energy again get converted into strain energy. Due to this, our body, suppose it may be spring, beam or shaft, it gains its equilibrium position or gains its stable position. Okay, in this way vibratory motion is repeated number of times. Okay, and exchange of energy takes place. Okay, thus we can say that any motion which repeats itself after interval of time is called as oscillation or vibration. We will see here example of pendulum. Okay, we are seeing example of swinging pendulum. Okay, this example of vibration or oscillation. As we all know, the motion of ball is to and fro from its equilibrium position. In diagram we can see this is equilibrium position of that massive bob. This is massive rod, and this is trajectory of ball. It moves to and fro. Okay, from equilibrium position after the force is applied to it. Okay, what are reasons of vibration? What is the reason why that massive bob experiences vibration? It is because the elastic nature of the system. Again, external excitation applied on the system or external force applied on the system. Winds may cause vibration of certain systems such as electricity lines, telephone lines. Okay, unbalanced centrifugal force in system. This is caused because of non-uniform material distribution on rotating machine element. Okay, now we will see why studying vibration is important. Okay, why studying vibration is important. Okay, The structures designed to support high speed engines and turbines are subjected to vibration due to faulty design or poor manufacturing. There is imbalance in engines which may cause unpleasant stresses in rotation system because of vibration. Due to vibration there may be stresses induced in our engines or turbines. Okay, hence studying vibration gets important. The vibration causes rapid wear and tear. Due to vibration there is rapid wear and tear of various engine parts, suppose bearing, gears. Okay, and due to vibration some engine may part also get loosened. Okay, we have seen that many building structure or bridges fall down due to vibration. Okay, vibration can be used for useful purposes also. It does not only have drawbacks but also has advantages. It can be used in vibration testing equipment, vibration conveyors, hoppers, compactors. Okay, also it is used in study or propagation of sound. Okay, vibration is found very fruitful in mechanical workshop. Okay, for improving efficiency of machine or machine instruments, welding techniques, forging, casting, etc. Okay, the most undesirable vibrations should be eliminated or reduced. Okay, how can be this done? There are various methods. We have famous example in two wheelers, the vibrations due to barriers are reduced by shock absorbers. Okay, using shock absorbers or dynamic absorbers, removing external excitation if possible, resting the system on proper vibration isolators. Okay, now we will see different concepts which are used in vibrations. Okay, first we will see oscillatory motion. What is oscillatory motion? It is a pattern of motion where system under observation moves. It may be the system moves in to and fro across some equilibrium position. We have seen in pendulum example. Okay, but it is not necessary in particular repeating pattern. Okay, next one, periodic motion. As name suggests, it is a motion which repeats itself after equal interval of time. Okay, what is periodic motion? It is specific form of rotary motion only. Okay, where the motion pattern repeats itself after frequent interval of time. Okay, this uniform interval is referred as period. This uniform interval is called as period. Okay, and has unit of second per cycle. Its unit is seconds per cycle. Okay, what is time period? It is time taken to complete one cycle. Time period is nothing but time taken to complete one cycle. Frequency, as we all know, frequency is number of cycle per unit time. Okay, and it is reciprocal of period. Okay, and its unit is cycles per seconds. Okay, we will see natural frequency. What is natural frequency? It is frequency at which an undamped system will tend to oscillate. Okay, this is due to initial conditions in absence of any external excitation, because as there is no damping, the system will oscillate infinitely. Okay, when no external force acts on system after giving it an initial displacement, the body starts vibrating. Okay, we call this vibration as free vibrations. Okay, and its frequency is natural frequency. The unit of natural frequency is radian per second or hertz. Okay, again we have damped natural frequency. Okay, what is damped natural frequency? It is frequency, okay, for which a system will tend to oscillate due to initial conditions. Okay, this may be due to absence of external excitation. Here external excitation remains absent. Okay, because there is damping in system, the system will respond very evenly decay to rest. Okay, we will see simple harmonic motion, which we have studied earlier. Okay, what is simple harmonic motion? It is specific form of periodic motion where the motion pattern can be described by sine and cosine. Okay, the motion of body to and fro about a fixed point is called as simple harmonic motion. Okay, the motion is periodic. The motion of simple pendulum is simple harmonic in nature. A body having simple harmonic motion is represented by equation. Here equation is given where x is equal to a sin theta, theta is omega t, therefore x is equal to a sin theta. Differentiating with respect to t, dx upon dt is equal to omega e a cos omega t. Okay, and again double differentiation, omega square d square x upon dt square is equal to minus omega square a sin omega t, which is equal to minus omega square t. Okay, thank you.